wanted to just say a few words about Ali P, me, before we start on the sort of the nitty gritty of the lessons of starting with singing bowls, just to give you an idea of where I came from and how this all happened, because I do feel like I was the accidental bowl lady, and that this is all somehow kind of predestined, that I didn't really have a choice in it. I mentioned to you in the introduction that my first singing bowl, wherever it is, this little one, this beautiful, beautiful little singing bowl, came to me at a time when I was broken. And I mean, I really was seriously not in a good place. I'd lost my mum very quickly, very sadly, and way before she was supposed to go. Lost my dad, and 7 days later another really close family member died. And this is sort of to the backdrop of having lost my business. When tied up with that was like my own sort of identity as a business owner, working in a very stressful environment, very driven. I was actually in computer software, okay? Yeah, no, I know. But software for hospitality, so people-driven software, which, I don't know, kind of makes it okay, I guess. But I was burnt out. And then all of this loss came at a rapid succession. And I found myself in India, and I decided that I was going to buy a singing bowl. I wanted to just have it as kind of a yoga accessory, I guess. I just qualified as a yoga teacher and deepened my practice, and I'd heard that they were good, and And so the buying process itself was mad, absolutely crazy to buy that little singing bowl. I looked at a stall and I made the mistake of making eye contact with somebody, and suddenly I was surrounded by people banging bowls, and the price was coming down, and it was, sort of really hectic. And I walked along the stalls, just trying to walk away, and I spotted my little singing bowl. And to this day, I don't think I actually touched it. I don't think I played it, nothing. But I just kind of was drawn to this really plain singing bowl. And the next thing I know, it's being wrapped up in newspaper, being slipped into my bag, and my husband's paying for it. And that was that. However, and perhaps a little bit of hindsight with this as well, looking back, its arrival, everything changed. People came into my life that I had no idea were going to. The key one was Altaf, who I met as we travelled through India. He had a shop that sold jewellery, and he had a few singing bowls, and I was buying some jewellery, and I said, oh look, I've bought one of those. I don't really know what it's all about, and he said to me, you come tonight, you come and I'll tell you. And he did, bless him. And he's since become a huge sort of part of our lives, part of my life and my husband's life. Last time we were over, he flew down from Kashmir down to Goa to meet us, and we heard all about his family. And oh my God, during lockdown, we were supportive of him and his community. And yeah, he's a special guy for sure, and he's the one who imports these amazing bowls that I have for sale, which are just stunning. And yeah, so Altaf came in, started me on my journey. I came home and I was just like, I couldn't stop thinking about the singing bowls. Lockdown happened. I thought, oh, perhaps I could get some singing bowls from Altaf. That would help him out, because obviously all the tourist trade stopped in India. That would be great fun for my yoga friends, and it just started there. And the more bowls I handled, the more I became completely bewitched, I suppose, by their power, and the more I started to heal. I played my own little bowl every day, and without me realising it, my grief started to become processed and less raw, and all sorts of other things happened to me which were like unbelievable. I mean, as someone who's struggled with mental health from time to time and been, sort of quite a fan of medication, antidepressants, I navigated all this loss and trauma without a single tablet, which when I look back, I'm like, wow. And then things happened to me, like I sort of changed, I guess. I found the courage to find my voice. I ditched loads of emotional baggage and trauma that I've been carrying with me for years and years and years, stuff that went way back to childhood and things like that. And this all just kind of fell away, naturally happened. People came into my life, Lola Lamo, who I trained with for vibroacoustic massage, for chakra sound bath, for sacred geometry. Courses suddenly were like almost throwing themselves at me from the Sound Healing Academy. I went and did some training with them on multiple instruments. And then my own fascination with particularly James Oshman, scientist who studies sound and its effect on the body, and Kurt Leland on the chakras and the chakra body. So yeah, everything from that one little singing bowl in Sarnath changed, and here I am finding that my own healing journey started with a singing bowl, and I hope yours will too. And it's my honour, my privilege, my joy to just share the knowledge that I have been so generously shared by others. And yeah, that's how it all started, with that one little beautiful singing bowl. I hope it does for you too.